After completing a complicated spacewalk and initial hookups yesterday, the crews of Shuttle Atlantis and the International Space Station were rewarded with the chance to enter the newly installed U.S. Destiny Laboratory. In the station's Unity module, Shuttle Commander Ken Cockrell paused to acknowledge this special occasion.
Well, we're all here in Node 1 for a really happy moment. It's been a lot of hard work on thousands of people's part and a long number of years getting ready to bring the Destiny Laboratory to the International Space Station. It's finally here. It's gone through a lot of wickets. We've gone through a lot of effort to get it attached, and now we'd like to turn it over to Shep so that he and his crew and the subsequent crews can begin the process of scientific research and better living in space.
Cockrell then gave Shepard a document turning over possession of Destiny from the prime contractor to the federal government.
And Shep is signing it in the spot that says received by.
The two commanders, along with the other astronauts and cosmonauts, donned goggles in case of floating debris in the lab, then opened the hatch and floated inside.
Houston, Atlantis, broadcasting from Destiny.
Copy. A great first moment here.
After taking a few moments to enjoy their additional space, the crews turned their attention to continuing the activation of the lab, checking computer hookups, relocating equipment, and powering communications and life support systems. Commander Ken Cockrell took time to fire the shuttle's reaction control jets in the first of several planned reboosts of the station. These reboosts are done routinely to keep the station in the proper orbit without having to use the station's own valuable propellant. Spacewalkers Tom Jones and Bob Kerbine reviewed plans and checked out their equipment for tomorrow's job connecting a shuttle docking port to the end of the Destiny lab. Hatches between Atlantis and the space station were resealed late in the afternoon to allow Atlantis to lower its air pressure in preparation for tomorrow's spacewalk. With the addition of Destiny, the ISS is now the largest space station ever flown, increasing the living space available for Shepard and his crew by over 40%.
Atlantis for Mario. Do you have the picture of Node 1 and the hatch to lab?
Affirmative. Good view of Shep and Roman.
Okay.
Inside the space station's Unity module, pilot Mark Polanski in the background there with Commander Bill Shepard, who was just in the view, has just floated out of the view. We're prepared for the initial hatch opening for the newest module of the International Space Station, the Destiny Laboratory. And Commander Ken Cockrell.
Well, we're all here in Node 1 for a really happy moment. It's been a lot of hard work on thousands of people's part and a long number of years getting ready to bring the Destiny Laboratory to the International Space Station. It's finally here. It's gone through a lot of wickets. We've gone through a lot of effort to get it attached, and now we'd like to turn it over to Shep so that he and his crew and the subsequent crews can begin the process of scientific research and better living in space. Now, Shep, before we hand it over to you, we have a little paperwork for you. What we have here is a copy of the DD-250 that by which the government took possession of the laboratory from the prime contractor, and Shep is signing it in the spot that says received by. And now, Houston, as you know, because it's a brand new module, we're all going to don some very classy goggles, and we'll get Shep to open the door. Then we'll get him to take the camcorder and lead us all into the laboratory with you having a view.
the hatch to the Destiny module open. The two commanders, Commander Bill Shepard of the Expedition 1 crew and Commander Ken Cockrell of the STS-98 crew of Atlantis, heading into the Destiny laboratory. The inside of the Destiny module seen for the first time on orbit. 38 minutes after the hour, the hatch was opened to a new era in space scientific investigations.
Houston, Atlantis, broadcasting from Destiny.
Copy. A great first moment here.
And the lab looks and feels and smells great, and looks like all the hard work has really paid off. It's a beautiful piece of hardware in here.
And from Houston Station, we're watching it down here, and it looks awesome, and we hope you guys enjoy your new room on your house.
Thank you, Sandy. And we do not see anything floating free in here. It's completely debris, empty. We're going to take off our goggles.
And we copy.
Houston, Atlantis, for Mario, if you'll watch, we're about to show you your pride and joy on the floor. I'm sorry, I was just corrected. It's the deck.
You are rusty on those Navy terms, aren't you?
Afraid so.
And thanks for the look. On behalf of the window team, they sure appreciate it.
Now back inside the laboratory, pilot Mark Polanski in the foreground, mission specialist Marcia Ivins.
Houston, just want to let you know, as you were setting up that last scene, you had dropped out. We had lost TV. We went into blockage, but we're back with you now.
Thanks, Mario. We copy.
And the crew's now set the camera up in the...
Whenever you're ready, we do have some words for you on the lab setup activities checklist and the PCS.
Let us go grab the setup activities checklist so we can copy the words properly.
No problem. We'll stand by.
And this camera's located now on the opposite end of the laboratory, looking back toward the space station, as both crews now, the shuttle crew and the station crew, are enjoying the newfound volume that's increased the overall complex's pressurized volume by 41%. This module providing an additional 3,750 cubic feet of space, workspace, living space. Yuri Gudzenko, the Soyuz commander and pilot, just moving into the foreground. In the background, flight engineer for the Expedition 1 crew, Sergei Krikalev. Tom Jones, one of the two spacewalkers that conducted the first of 3 spacewalks on Saturday, and his colleague, spacewalking colleague Bob Kerbeam, just beyond him.
This is an AFCO that's been signed by all the folks who worked on the lab, and here it is in the lab. They should be very proud of it. We're proud of it. We're going to bring that home so that they can display it down at the Cape.
inside the hatchway between Destiny and the Unity module, we see Bob Kerbeam busily working on one of the activation steps, this one to replace the lab's port and starboard, what's called a negative pressure relief valve. He's replacing those with intermodule ventilation valve assemblies, since this area will basically remain open from now on as the laboratory is open for business.
We see Taco has found a home already. Good night.
Aboard the International Space Station's Destiny module, the Expedition 1 commander, Bill Shepard, we're starting to see equipment being mounted on the walls of the what originally was a very clean module is now beginning to look a little more active as crew members begin the process of systematically activating a whole host of equipment in the systems racks that were launched pre-integrated inside the module.
Affirmative.
Okay, we've released the Anaconda. Here it comes.
Looks mighty dangerous from down here.
Be proud. Yeah, Beast should be proud. Houston Station from Alpha.
And go ahead, Marcia.
So, Yuri, the man, just finished step 6 on the starboard side, and it looks as Beast would be proud of him.